What up, y'all? It's your boy M-Phamis, been calling me M3, but welcome and welcome back. I've been wanting to review this movie since last year, but I didn't have time. So for this one, I'm definitely gonna review The Haunted Mansion, the 2023 one, starring Gary DeVito, Lakeith Stanfield, Owen Wilson, Rosario Dawson, Jamie Lee Curtis, and Tiffany Haddish. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, tell me I'm doing art. The links to everything is down below. The movie starts out with a narration about New Orleans and its supernatural wonders and all that stuff, and how death is not an end but a beginning if you're willing. Then we got introduced to Ben. He's pretty much an astrophysicist who is used to work for NASA and all that stuff. It was New Year's Eve. He was at a bar with his coworkers, having a good time, drinking a little bit. But that's when we got introduced to Alyssa. Alyssa gives ghost tours. Ben was told by his colleagues to ask her on a date and stuff. He went up to her, offered her a drink, and at first they were not really they were feeling each other, but they were making fun of each other about their professions, but they started to like each other. Ben got woken up by this bartender, and now he gives ghost tours now. He's a little depressed, a little sad. He had to do a tour today, and he pretty much was not feeling the supernatural stuff. He eventually blew a gasket because of the fact that people constantly bring up the supernatural on his tour all the time. Later on that night, that's when we got introduced to Gabby and Travis. Travis is her son, and they just moved into New Orleans, and they moved into an old mansion that is filled with antiques. Gabby kind of worked with antiques. She was calling the movers, but the movers were being a little late because, well, it kind of was a little date that was going on. Travis went inside the house, and he was not feeling the house at all. Gabby was really excited. Travis went up to one of the rooms. He was setting up his little sleeping bag. He noticed the painting was looking very creepy. He was like, nah. He covered it up, was getting ready for bed. He turned on his flashlight, and it keeps flickering on and off, and that's when he starts seeing ghosts. He was freaking out, and was screaming that there's ghosts in the house, Mom, we need to get out of here. Gabby tried to talk him down, and try to tell him, hey, calm down. I know it's strange and weird, but this is our new home now, and we get a moving night statue, and she started to notice that it was moving, and they got up out of there real quick. The next day, Ben was hungover because he was drunk. He woke up to someone coming into his house, and that's when we got introduced to Father Kent. He's a priest. Father Kent asked Ben, are you ready to be a hero? Ben said pass, and he was like, no, I'm not, no, not really. Father Kent brought up the fact that he used to be a physicist who created some sort of camera that could see ghosts, but Ben told him it was just an exaggeration by the media, and he kind of got professionally mobbed and kind of lost his credibility. Father Kent tried to convince him, but that didn't work, so he told him that Gabby's paying him at least $2,000 just to take some pictures, and Ben automatically said yes. Ben went to his closet and looked at an old picture of him and Alyssa, and he flashed back to when they were dating, and the day he proposed to her. She kind of died. He got his camera and his lens. He tried to fix it up. Ben went over to Gabby's house. He realized that the battery's dead. He walked up to the door and pretty much talked to Gabby, and Gabby paid him $2,000. She was trying to tell him to leave, but kind of stay and kind of leave again. And eventually, he came to the house. He met Travis. Ben got a little jumpy because of the night that was right behind him. And they told him this is not a joke, it's not a prank. Ben pretended to take a picture, and he pretended to take a picture throughout the whole time. Gabby's been showing him around the house. Ben scribble and scrabble and told them that there was no such thing as ghosts, and everything is cool. He left the house. Back at his place, something strange was going on. He was watching TV, and then the TV started clicking to a different channel each time, and then the remote mysteriously floated out of his hand. He grabbed his camera, he turned it on, and managed to get a picture, and it looked very strange when he looked at it, and he kind of ignored that. It was time for him to go to bed, and he was laying down in bed until he heard a noise. He went and opened the closet door, and there was some sort of storm going on, and there was this dude on the boat that was throw a spear at him and kind of told him to return, and then he was freaking out a little bit. He kind of went to the coffee shop, but then the cup magically spilled, and when he got home, his whole house was flooded, and they kind of washed him away. He went back to the house, and Gabby and Travis was waiting for him the whole time. And Gabby told him every time they leave the house, the ghosts always follow them, and they're kind of trapped in the house. Ben pointed out the fact that they kind of need an exorcist. Turns out Father Kent was trapped along with them. Father Kent pointed out the fact that, hey, since Ben's camera actually worked for real, we can actually like go find the ghost. Alright, time to spin things up. We got a little montage of like everyone's like trying to like get the cameras like set up all over the houses that way they can identify all the ghosts. We also got introduced to Bruce, who was a history professor, and we also got introduced to Harry, a psychic. They kind of need a psychic to like help them. Like Harry came by the house and she like looked all over the place and she kind of got trapped there as well. I mean, the ghost followed her. They found out that the house used to belong to a dude named Owen Gracie, who lost his wife. They found out that like over 60 people died. Ben and Father Kent kind of like took the blueprints of the house like from Bruce. They found out that there was like a secret room. They went into there. Harry was trying to like perform a seance. They were trying to summon Gracie. And Gracie like wrote them a message and it said, talk to Leota. Harry tried to summon Leota, but the spirit managed to like get her out of the house. Bruce was on his way to the house. He was like inside and he was trying to get like his blueprints back. But he ended up like the others. They found out like the spirit needs like 1,000 souls. And the spirit needs like at least one more soul left. In the end, they managed to defeat the spirit and they were like having a good time, celebrating, eating dinner, and having fun with the ghosts. And that was the end of the movie. Okay, at first, I really didn't think that like the movie was not gonna be that good. I thought it was gonna be cheesy at first, but I realized that, hey, this is just as good. I mean, not just as good as the 2003 one with Eddie Murphy. Okay, the Eddie Murphy one was a little funny. The original movie like came out like during like the time when like all the Disney movies, specifically like all the like Disneyland rides, started to like get their own like movie, like the Haunted Mansion and like Pirates of the Caribbean. And like a couple of years later, I think it was 2015, I think it was like Tomorrowland, that's when we kind of like got a movie for that. Wait, let's see. We already got Jungle Cruise too. That was a good movie though. Okay, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Should I review like any of like the Disneyland ride movies? Yes or no? Honestly though, I'm definitely gonna do like a review of the Pirates of the Caribbean movies because I love those movies, man. And I heard they're coming out with like man, Owen Wilson got old, man. I'm telling you, like, okay, in case you're not familiar with like Owen Wilson, he was the voice actor behind like Lightning McQueen in the Cars franchise. I think Shanghai Noon with Jackie Chan. Let's see, Wedding Crashers with Vince Vaughn. Let's see, Wonder with what's her name? Julia Roberts. Wow, she just got old, man. And I'm surprised that he was in this movie, though. I mean, I wasn't expecting him. Okay, Danny DeVito, you are a legend, man. This dude is, like, really good, though. He did comedy. I think he's still on that show in Philadelphia. I think that show's still running, or it got canceled a couple years ago. I don't know. Okay, Rosario Dawson, and quoting Smokey for Friday. Yay! She is fine, man. Dang, she is still fine though. She hasn't aged a day in my opinion. You know that, I like what she was doing with Ahsoka. Honestly though, I think one of her like major roles, honestly, I think as long as I can remember, I think it was like in the second Men in Black movie, or the first, wait, no, it wasn't the first Men in Black movie, but I think it was the second one. And she actually showed up in the Daredevil series. I hope she like shows up, or at least get a mention, or at least a cameo in like the Daredevil, like, you know, season revival, I guess, or series revival, however you want to put it. I hope that she actually like make it to like Daredevil Born Again, because, or I don't know, like hopefully they do like bring back the other like Netflix Marvel shows and like bring Claire into that series though. But yeah, Rosario Dawson gotta be like a classic actress in my opinion, man. Honestly, once it comes to Tiffany Haddish though, I did not never heard of Tiffany Haddish until I think, what was that movie? Oh yeah, Nobody's Fool. That's when I like noticed her, honestly. I mean, I haven't seen like much of her comedy stuff, but I gotta admit, like some of the movies that she be in, I mean, I've seen well, at least that movie. But at least from what I've seen so far, I say she was kind of funny. And I think I don't think I did see Girl Stroke. Maybe I'll do a review on that maybe next year, or probably when I have time. Honestly though, I like the whole storyline with Ben though. I know that kind of does remind me of, well, how I was when a friend of mine, passed away years ago. It kind of reminds me of like how to deal with that, man. It kind of does set me back. Like every time when I watch like those, you know, stories about grief or like movies about that, it kind of always brings me back to like my old friend that passed away years ago. He was a really chill dude, man, and I could never forget him. Honestly though, I think that Gabby and Ben kind of have like a thing going on. I mean, hopefully, like, they do not do a sequel with this. Like, no. Disney, do not do a sequel with the Haunted Mansion. Do not do it. Okay, remake at least once every, I would say once every 30 years at least, in my opinion. Because it's been like over 20 years since like the first Haunted Mansion movie came out with Eddie Murphy. And the Eddie Murphy one was pretty funny though. And really classic and iconic though. Okay, I kind of love the fact that Travis was playing with the toys. Specifically like Namor toy, the Storm toy. And I never really heard of Action Guy, I think. Or I think it was just something made up. Okay, maybe I'll look that up later when I have a little time. But yeah, like, this came out like around the same time that Wakanda Forever was coming out. I'm not gonna lie though, like, the movie kinda does, like, give, like, Hocus Pocus vibes a little bit. Well, I mean, let's see, this came out around the same time, like, the Hocus, wait, no, that was 2022. My bad. But anyway, like, it kind of does give me Hocus Pocus 2 vibes with this movie, honestly, though. I mean, it's not as campy and not as, like, you know, like, very, like, not childlike, but, okay, I would say, like, more energetic than, like, the second, like, Hocus Pocus movie, in my opinion. Honestly, though, I really did like the Scooby-Doo reference with the whole Scooby-Doo chase scene. That was pretty funny, though. I mean, anyone who knows me in real life knows that, like, I'm a huge Scooby-Doo fan. Like, trust me, anything Scooby-Doo related, well, not anything Scooby-Doo related, but, like, any reference to Scooby-Doo, I would automatically pick up in, like, 2 seconds. So, like, the moment I see it, it's automatic. The comedy can be, like, very, like, kind of hit and miss, kind of. I mean, it depends on your sense of humor. Even though, like, I mean, there are some parts of the movie that did got me laughing, and there are some parts that didn't got me laughing. But overall, I enjoyed this movie, though. Oh, I forgot to bring up Jamie Lee Curtis. Jamie Lee Curtis, bro, she gotta be like the top, like, most like well-known actress of like this late, I would say the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s, man. Like, this lady was like part of like the Halloween franchise. You know, as in the movie with Michael Myers in it. And she showed up in like one of my favorite like kids like Disney movies. It was called Freaky Friday, where like the daughter switched like bodies with the mom. It was a classic though. And I heard she was like in the new Borderlands movie. Okay, guys, let me know in the comments down below if you guys want me to, like, review that. I probably will. It depends on, like, how well this video do, or if someone, like, type in Borderlands in the comments. Type in Borderlands in the comments if you guys want me to review, like, the Borderlands movie. I remember going to, like, the Haunted Mansion in Disneyland in Florida years ago. I mean, I went with my sister, and, like, I think, like, her friend and her kids. It was pretty amazing, man. Like, bro, I felt like I could fly, and, like, it was full of wonder. It was full of joy, man. The ride, I'm just saying, like, the Haunted Mansion tour thing, that was a pretty cool thing. I gotta admit, though. I mean, there are some elements that kind of, like, took true about, like, the ceiling, like, you know, rising up, and, like, the brothers, like, shooting at each other. I mean, that was, like, shown, like, the first, like, Haunted Mansion movie, and this one, but, it was pretty good, though. I mean, I was very impressed with the special effects with that one. And I highly recommend anyone who, like, goes to Disneyland ever, or any of the Disney parks, I highly recommend the Haunted Mansion, though. Honestly, though, so, like, the moment I see, like, a door mysteriously just, like, open, or, like, the moment I just turn around, or, like, a night just came closer every time I turn around, no, hell no, I'm getting my ass out of there, man. Bro, I am out, man. Like, it's immediate. Like, the moment, like, something weird, I'm getting my butt out, man. There's no ands up butt or nothing. Well, that's it for the Haunted Mansion. Like, share, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, check me out, doing art. The links to everything is down below. M3 Boy, out.